Today is Friday, September 12th, 2025. My name is Jamila Watkins. I'm with the Office of Contracting and Procurement for the City of Detroit. This is the pre-bid conference or the virtual pre-bid conference for RFP 186024 for the Department of Innovation and Technology, otherwise known as DoIT, file sharing system. There's my information there. Here's the agenda. Can someone just give me a thumbs up that you can see my screen or just verbally say that?
Yeah, it looks good.
Awesome. Thank you very much. So here's the agenda. If you're going to enter questions into the chat, and actually everyone that's in attendance, if you could just go ahead and put your name, the company that you represent, and your email, that will be like our attendance. Let me see, overview. I'm going to do the overview of the pre-bid conference call. I'll go over the RFP document, do the timeline overview, go over evaluation criteria and key response items. Then I'm going to hand it over to the Department of Innovation and Technology, who will conduct most of the meeting. Here's the overview of the pre-bid conference call. So this call is being recorded. Please state your name and the company that you represent if you are unmuted, if you choose to ask a question during that session. All bidders are encouraged to ask questions. You may enter them into the chat at any time. All verbal responses to questions provided today are unofficial until documented in writing as an official response in the supplier portal. You can submit any additional questions in the supplier portal, and we will respond to all bidders via the supplier portal. The project background is as follows. The City of Detroit Office of Contracting and Procurement, on behalf of the Department of Innovation and Technology, requests proposals from qualified respondents to render certain technical or professional services as set forth in this RFP to provide a cloud-based software solution that provides a secure and convenient way to share files externally. The software solution is intended to replace any legacy software systems as well as manual file transfer systems and processes. The project timeline is as follows. The bid was published on September 8th. Questions are going to be due next Thursday, the 18th, by 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you want to submit those questions in the supplier portal. Your answers will be distributed by Tuesday, the 23rd. Proposals are due Monday, October 6th by 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the supplier portal. I always remind our suppliers that the supplier portal is set to universal time, which is not the same as Eastern Standard. So make sure, if you already have not, that your portal is set to Eastern Standard Time. So because that could affect your question and your bid proposal submission. Evaluation criteria are as follows: product quality, project plan, vendor experience, staff qualifications, and pricing. There are more robust descriptions of each of these in the RFP document, so I would suggest you go through that. For each of the criteria here, I have the relevant attachment that those criteria will be expressed on, and the possible points that you can earn for each of them are 20, 15, 15, 10, and 5, a total of 65 total points possible for your proposal and price proposal. You can also earn additional points if you have certifications from our Office of Civil Rights, Inclusion, and Opportunity, also known as CREO. If you do have those certifications, you want to make sure you provide your current certification document with your proposal. That's the only way you will get those points. And if you are, you can get up to an additional 35 points on your proposal with those certifications. If you're working with a subcontractor, you can get points as well. The required proposal content and format can be found on page 10 of the RFP, and they are listed here. You want to include a letter of transmittal that includes a statement that your proposal will be good for 120 days. All of the attachments are listed here. There's also an AI checklist that must be completed. I included the link to that checklist in the attachments. You can, instead of downloading it, you can click on that link and complete that checklist. Then once it's complete, of course, you want to download it and submit it with your proposal. And then again, here are all the items that are attached in Oracle available for you to download or click on in the case of the checklist. That's my portion of this meeting. If there are no questions for me, or if there are, you can hold them till the end of the conference. But at this time, I'm going to turn it over to my colleagues at the Department of Innovation and Technology.
Thank you, Jamila. At this time, I mean, I'll just give a brief overview of what we have going on and then open it up to questions from you all. So my name is Brandon Sledgemelon. I'm one of the directors in IT. We currently have Box.com is our solution for this, for the file sharing system. For us, it is, I think the best way to put it is like an ancillary product to Microsoft. So we do have enterprise-wide Microsoft. So we have OneDrive and we have SharePoint. Box for us fills in the gaps with sharing like large amounts of data, sharing externally and securely, and in situations where maybe it's just easier to have a peer-to-peer share in a secure manner, we use Box for that. So that's what we put out here, not looking to replace our enterprise-wide Microsoft, but looking for the best solutions out there, the best value we can get in terms of a file sharing system that complements what we currently have. Anybody, before I turn it over, anybody in IT, is there anything else you want to add? I don't know if you want to talk about the public safety stuff at all, but.
I'll just add to what Brandon said. Is my name is Robert Miller, Director of Public Safety IT. One thing that we do ask that you provide, if your solution is there, I don't want to limit you, is that it's CGIS compliant. We are looking for ways to do external sharing, but it has to be a CGIS compliant solution. So that's something we would ask you add to the proposal. That is your solution CGIS compliant, and how is your solution CGIS compliant? That would be one thing that we would request of you. Thank you, Brandon.
No, thank you. And that's also reminding me, we do currently have, it's in the bid, but we are looking to execute a business associate addendum, a BAA, with this as well. That helps us with HIPAA compliance, HIPAA compliance in the health department as well. So HIPAA and CGIS. All right, are there any questions?
I see someone typing in the chat, but they may be entering in their information for attendance. I just want to remind everyone, if you already have not, please enter your name, your company, and email address in the chat for an attendance roster. Also, this meeting will be published if you need to listen to this recording again. Thank you very much, Harold. Are there any other questions? Or are there any questions? Okay, it doesn't appear that there are. What I will do, what is the award date? That we will not have. It's going to depend on, thank you, Brian. It'll depend on the number of the number of proposals that we get, the time that we're able to schedule evaluation, the time of approval, all of that. None of that is set in stone. Anything can happen. So we don't typically give an award date. I mean, I can roughly estimate maybe 2 months out. Roughly, that's very rough. But I am going to enter into the chat our e-procurement contact information in case anyone ever has problems navigating the supplier portal. I'm going to give you all that information.
Thank you, Jamila. And if I could just add to that, I mean, we currently have Box.com, as I mentioned. We have that until August of next year. So in terms of what it would look like to get something awarded, right? The award date could vary, but we, for business continuity purposes, we would look to have something in place within the next year.
Thank you, Brandon. Are there any other questions? All right. It doesn't look like it. So this was a very quick pre-bid conference. Thank you all for attending. And again, if you do happen to think of a question after this conference, definitely submit that in the supplier portal. And you have up until, what date was that I gave? Next Thursday, the 18th. So any questions that you have, submit those via the portal, and we will also publish those questions and the answers. So thanks again to everyone. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good one.
I know.